Alright, it's time for Gemini. Alright, so this is going to be more of an in-depth look at Gemini. So, let's go ahead. Your most likable trait is responsiveness. You are many-sided, quick in thought you are quick in thought and action, clever with words. I got this. Yeah. Skillful at handling others and conversations, and full of ideas. You sum up the hallmark of traits, for you are intelligent, adaptable, and you're great at communication. You do not sit back and watch things go by. You are as curious as a cat and want to know everything that you possibly can, or until you get bored and move to something else. Yes, in the beginning stages of life, you may know a little about everything, but not too much about anything. You don't really go into depth on things, you just kind of skim the surface. In your later and middle years, you'll possibly, maybe, slow down a little bit and concentrate and get to know subjects a little bit deeper. In your younger days, you like to be out on the go, conversation, I want to go to the mall, I want to go do this, I want to go do that, and you normally meet people wherever you go, and you're not really afraid to start a conversation either. You just want to see and do things. Staying at home feels like a prison to you, even later on in life. And I know this may sound hard to you, but you are very energetic, but patience would do some good, even though you struggle with it inside. You are the king or queen of duality. You want more than one thing. You can do more than one thing at once. What you do really love is to figure out, or what you would really like to do is figure out some way to do everything just all at once. You want more than one job, lovers, hobbies, and you want to play all the parts and everything. You really want to understand. You are restless and want to adventure and talk on the phone, text, get on social media, and then do it all over again. You need constant change, and you seem to be the only one in the zodiac that recognizes that at birth. You are that there is only one constant thing in this world and universe, and that is that everything is always changing, and Gemini understands this. You are a sign of communication, and communicating is something that you love to do. If other people do not communicate with you, you'll give them chances, but eventually you'll just blow them off. You enjoy writing notes, chatting with strangers, surfing the net, and these days, the phone is your best friend because it's like a mini computer. You are a perpetual student of life who never stops asking questions. You will say that it is hard for you to keep. It is hard for you to keep a secret. You understand people and you network, and that's probably one of your greatest gifts, especially in this network, is that you know so many people, and you know such a variety of people that you have a lot of opportunities for you. You have the gift of persuasion and can sell almost anything. You understand that most of the time people believe what other people say. And you can define any action that you do. You pick up information everywhere from online, gossip, and books. You are skilled at conversation, but it would also help you to explore things a little deeper. You are born with the gifts of writing, speaking, and self-expression. If you are If you're ever curious about what a Gemini is really thinking or explaining, whether it's true or false, look at their facial expressions and their hand gestures. If if what they are saying doesn't line up with their expressions, then something is going on, and that probably isn't good. Or basically, if you don't get a good feeling about anything, just don't do it. You are very quick and can go from subject to subject when talking or explaining. Geminis are like born with ADHD. You love people with a sense of humor because your energy causes anxiety, and humor kind of releases that anxiety. And traveling and going about too. That's why I said prison. Home is your prison, because you do too much thinking there, and those thinkings lead you to thoughts that aren't like good thoughts, and then you begin to worry and fret. Taking a little nap would do a lot of good for you, as it reduces your stress and your anxiety levels. You always strive to be happy, and you do not like any kind of negative situation or vibe. And if you feel that impulse, and do not be curious and investigate it, just go the opposite direction. You do well with your mind, and not too good with your emotions. You may snap a few times emotionally if things aren't going the way that you want them to, and most of the time you cry a lot when in your own space. You normally don't do it in front of others because you don't want them to have that perception. While it's on my mind, another thing I forgot, it slipped out, never mind. Oh well, even though you are not emotional, you are fragile and easily hurt by words. You enjoy freedom, and anything that seems too harsh, you'll just run away from it. You do not like facing your problems, and it is mostly because you really just want to have fun without all the responsibility of life. I wouldn't be surprised if you have at least like 100 or more contacts in your phone, or you may know many people. You may have a lot of friends on social media, like a lot, even ones that you know in person. You tend to be lucky with attracting money, and you are normally beautiful and maintain your looks well into old age. Even though you attract money, you mostly end up spending it because you like to have fun and enjoyment, and that's also the price of leaving your home. You do not like routine, and you need to be free and understand. You need to be free to understand who you are and to have fun. You know, you like doing random things. You'll just do something completely random and out of the moment. And then, like Mercury, you are hard to pin down. You have a different way of looking at things, and people can learn a great deal about you from your experience and actions. Most importantly, Geminis are not this two-sided person that everyone has created you out to be. There is much depth to you than what people imagine. So just like you should not skim the surface of things, people should not skim the surface of you either. And keep that in mind.